Hi, this is Jim Katsoulis, and I want to thank you for opting into this page. Now, I want to share with you a motivation technique, strategy that's at least 200% more effective than willpower alone. As a professional hypnotherapist, one of the first things I learned is that emotions are a much more powerful motivator than logic and intellect. And you know this in your own life because there are plenty of things you know you should do, and you know all the reasons why you should do it, but it doesn't mean that you've actually taken the action and done it. Okay? In order to get ourselves to take those actions, we need to understand that the true motivator of humans is this fear of loss and this desire for pleasure. Right? And when we take these into account, we can start to influence ourselves in a much more powerful way. Because one of the things I've noticed, unfortunately, is that most people in their motivation toolbox have one tool, and that's willpower. Okay? But the problem with willpower is twofold. The first thing is that oftentimes when you think of willpower, it's kind of like you have to push yourself to do something you don't want to do. Okay? So there's a lot of resistance, a lot of hesitation, a lot of avoidance. And when you think of taking resistant, avoidant action, you're going to get a different result compared to if you're taking inspired, motivated, excited, focused action. Okay, so your results are going to be different. The other thing is that willpower takes a lot of energy and a lot of time. Right? When you think about all the time you waste trying to get yourself to do something, when you think about how tiring it is to keep forcing yourself to do something, it's fine when you're really focused on a goal that you have, but if you get distracted, you get depressed, you get overwhelmed, different things come up in your life, it's hard to focus all that energy to get yourself to do something. Okay, so how do we get ourselves to take the actions that are going to get us the results we want? We focus on our state. Can you change your state in a moment? Can you go from feeling tired and kind of depressed to feeling motivated, focused, ambitious? Right? And you can, but you need to learn how to do it. Basically, your state, and your state right now included, is composed of two things. Your physiology, right, what's going on with your body, and your psychology. What you're focusing on, how you're thinking about it. Okay, so what we want to deal with first is our physiology. And I want you to do this as I'm telling you so you can experience it. Now, if you wanted to be motivated, if you were motivated, what would your body be doing? Right? Where would your posture be at? Would you be standing straight? Would your shoulders be back, your chest out, breathing deeper, feeling more energy in your body? Right? With your head up, looking straight. Right? If you were talking, would you be talking more passionately? Okay? And do that now. Right? You can mimic that and start to feel it, even if you weren't feeling it before. So this is the power of physiology. The other side of it is the psychology. Okay, what are we focusing on? How are we thinking about something? So let's put this into context. Imagine you wanted to get yourself to go to the gym. Okay, you sit on the sofa and you say, "Oh, I should go to the gym." Now, a lot of times people sit on the sofa, they're kind of laying back, right? They're disengaged, and they say, "Oh, I should go to the gym." Well, A, they're not using their physiology the correct way, right? They're using their physiology to demotivate themselves if they're kind of laying back on the sofa. So the first thing we want to do is engage the physiology, right? Get ourselves into it. Sit up, stand up, right? Shake out a little bit. Now you've engaged the physiology, let's think about the psychology. What are you focusing on? The big problem a lot of people make, big mistake they make, is that when they're focusing on something they want to do, let's say the gym, for example, they focus on all the pain in the butt parts of it. I think, I got to get up, I got to go get my clothes on, I got to go drive 20 minutes through traffic, that guy's there that I don't like, the machine was broken last time, and they think about all the things that stink about the behavior they need to take. And they focus solely on those, and by doing that, they demotivate themselves. All right? So what you do is start focusing on what's going to happen, the results of your behavior. And you minimize the pain in the butt parts. Okay? So you focus on what it's like when you're leaving the gym, knowing you just worked out. Right? Maybe you feel stronger. Maybe you feel like you did something. Sense of accomplishment. Right? And you think about that. You focus on how it feels to finish that. To be someone who completes something. Who is successful at getting themselves to take action. Right? And you think about what it would be like to have day after day of that sort of behavior. Well, you become a different person. That's where you want to put your mind. Okay, that's how you want to use it intentionally to focus on the things in what you're ultimately going to get out of it. And then you engage the physiology. So if you do this, you're going to find it's much easier to get yourself to take action. So instead of just saying, "Oh, I should really go to the gym," and just trying to talk yourself into it for an hour, right? Instead, engage the physiology, sit up, and this is in regards to anything you want to do. Engage the physiology and focus on what the end result's going to be of taking this action. Connect to that end result. Okay? Now, the things I've been talking to you about are the exact reasons why I created the dream setting program. Because I found that people were making two big mistakes when it came to goals. The first one was that when they were setting goals, they were oftentimes setting them in a poor state. Okay, so maybe they'd be stressed about money, and they would, in that state of mind, set what goals they wanted for money. Well, what happened is they had scarcity goals. They had goals that were the foundation of were scarcity, nervousness, anxiety, stress. Okay, so one of the things I realized when I was working with people is that when I put them into a relaxed, calm, abundant state of mind and then had them think about what they wanted to accomplish in life, well, it was completely different things. Okay? And the other side was this, that a lot of times when people were setting goals, they were very logically oriented. They said, well, I want to accomplish this because of this and this and this. It was very logical and they could state it out, but they weren't connected to it emotionally. All right, so you need to understand that anything you do day in and day out is something that you are connected to emotionally. Why do people go to work? Well, it's oftentimes a deep fear of loss, that they'll lose where they're living and the things they have in their lives, or it's a deep desire for gain. Right? They want to buy something, they want to go on a trip or do something. Right? And usually some combination of those. But it's that deep emotional connection that's driving the behaviors. Okay, so with dream setting, it's about putting yourself into a peak state, then planning out what you want in your life, and then setting up how you're going to connect to it emotionally. So that when you wake up tomorrow morning, you're connected emotionally, mentally, physiologically to that goal, to what you ultimately want to accomplish. And it becomes a much stronger foundation to achieve what you want. Okay, so I appreciate you listening to this video. I hope you learned something. If you want to learn a little bit more about how to set goals in this new way, you can read on this page here about all the different techniques that you can use in order to accomplish that. Again, I'm Jim Katsoulis, and I want you to have a great day.